Can you believe a small 90s Halloween film became a cult classic for 90s and 2000s kids? Halloween is a lot of people's favorite holiday, and in 1998, Disney solidified a generation with one Disney Channel original movie. Halloweentown premiered on October 17, 1998, with a budget of $4 million. The budget was originally around $20 to $30 million, however, it would be cut back. At its release, Disney could not fathom how important the film would be and how it has lived in pop culture forever. That's right, a movie made for TV has become such an important part of the lives of kids who grew up during this time period. But why is it so important? Why is it so popular? Why do adults in their 30s put the film on every year at Halloween? Because the film is celebrating its 25th anniversary, we'll take a deep dive regarding the original movie and look at its sequels. The concept of Halloweentown was not originally made for Disney. Sherry Singer notes that the program was originally brought to her when Disney had entered a 6-movie deal with NBC around 1991. The idea came from Steve White, who said his daughter asked the question, "Where do all the creatures from Halloween go the rest of the year when it's not October 31st? Thus a star movie franchise would be born. The now married Singer and White would pitch the idea that they called Halloweentown to NBC as part of the 6-movie deal. However, they had to adjust the concept from a kids' movie to a more overall appealing concept as they would appear in the 9 p.m. slot. However, NBC would end up passing on it in 1994. They would then pitch the concept to Disney a few years later, but they would initially pass. It wouldn't be until the Disney Channel original movie success of Under Wraps when they would take another look at it. The pair would redevelop the film as a kids' movie, adding more of a whimsical and fun vibe to the concept. They were still able to keep the spooky aspect though, which kept it appealing to kids, teens, and adults. The film stars Kimberly J. Brown, who plays the role of Marnie Piper, who discovers she is a witch on her 13th birthday. The discovery came from a conversation she overheard with her mother Gwen, played by Judith Hoag, and grandmother Debbie Reynolds. Marnie, along with her brother and sister, played by Joey Zimmerman and Emily Rosk, would visit Halloweentown, where they come across a great evil, someone who is trying to take them back to the dark times. This evil being is Calabar, played by Robin Thomas. The plot and style of the movie was one that was really not seen as a Disney Channel original movie prior to this film. The film utilized unique sets, costumes, and technology. Due to the great success of the 1998 film, it would lead to 3 sequels, all following the same characters. Though the sequels were still popular, they never captured the same magic of the original Halloweentown. In 2001, we would get Halloweentown 2, Calabar's Revenge, which this time took the concept of Calabar's son, who is out for revenge for his father. The gray spell has taken over Halloweentown, causing all the residents to become human-looking and the town to become looking like a human town. This is because Calabar's son Cal had stolen the book and placed the spell with plans on turning the mortal world into a Halloweentown world. Once again, the Cromwell Witches have to save the day. The film would have good reception, and Halloweentown fans loved the expansion of the universe further. Interestingly enough, this is where Daniel Kuntz and Kimberly J. Brown would meet. The two would get engaged in 2022. The success of the first 2 films would lead to a third in 2004. Disney Channel premiered Halloweentown High on October 8, 2004, drawing 6.1 million views for the premiere. The film took the concept of Marnie Piper running a new student exchange program at a human school. High schoolers from Halloweentown, however, to get this deal done, Marnie bets her Cromwell magic that it can be successful. The Halloweentown students end up going to the mortal school disguised as humans, only to be themselves in their hidden room at a home. Marnie began having success with her Halloweentown friends at the new school, with them joining clubs, activities, and sports. However, the Knights of the Iron Dagger start making appearances and sending warning shots against them. Marnie will have to save her friends and keep her magic against these evil beings, trying to keep the mortal world and Halloweentown separated. At the end, Marnie is able to open the minds of both Halloweentown and the mortal world, helping open the gate between the two. This was the first film of the 3 that would not take place majorly in Halloweentown. Overall, this film would have success once again. This would lead us to the final installment of the 4 Halloweentown films, Return to Halloweentown. At its premiere, it would have 7.5 million viewers and would be released on DVD as well. It would be the 4th highest rated Disney Channel movie at the airing. This concept follows Marnie going to college at Witch University in Halloweentown. She'd be provided with a scholarship to attend the school because she saved Halloweentown several times. This film focuses on the Cromwell Witches, once again being tasked with saving Halloweentown. The film is considered the worst rated of the four due to the recasting of Marnie with Sarah Paxton instead of Kimberly J. Brown. The plot was also considered very different from the previous 3 Halloweentowns, which didn't recapture the same magic. Overall, the 4 films have become a part of Disney Channel and Disney Plus Halloween culture. One big and often overlooked piece of this film is the fact Debbie Reynolds was in it. Reynolds, who is a multi-time nominated and award winner by the time of this film. She gained her notoriety and fame during the 50s and 60s, starring in films like Singin' in the Rain, How the West Was Won, and would even have her own show, The Debbie Reynolds Show, in 1969. Needless to say, she was a huge grab and piece for this film. Though all her fame and success prior to the film, many people to this day still refer to her as Aggie Cromwell. A fun anecdote from the set is that because none of the kid actors knew who she would go around telling people she was the mom of Princess Leia, as she is the real-life mother of Carrie Fisher. It was truly a shock that such a star actress would be in a made-for-TV film series. Reynolds' powerful performance paired with the great acting of the kids helped propel the film further. It became a part of Disney Channel at Halloween. BuzzFeed has called the first 3 Halloweentown films as one of the best things about Halloween. Complex Magazine has even named it as one of the best Disney Channel original movies ever. The Halloweentown series would be filmed in St. Helens, Oregon and Scapos, Oregon. The Nob Hill Riverview Bed and Breakfast in St. Helens would be the site of Aggie Cromwell's home. The reason they chose the location for filming was actually due to the volcano that erupted back in 1980. After this eruption, the town was not as popular as it once was. Due to this, it gave a very much ghost town vibe, which was perfect for the spooky but fun look of Halloweentown. Plus, due to the large town square and storefronts, it made it very easy to transform the location for filming. Every year, St. Helens put on a celebration in honor of Halloweentown, with the actual actors coming out for meet and greets and autograph signings. There are typically weekend festivals at the location, including food, fun activities, and movie prop locations. The town, like many other Halloween movie towns, have really leaned into the theming. Many Disney and Halloween fans make the trek every year to visit the location. Due to the popularity of the film franchise, it has been long rumored and talked about adding a 5th film. The willingness of the creators and Kimberly J. Brown has helped drive these rumors even further. The creation of Disney Plus may help for a revival of the franchise. Do you want another Halloweentown film? Do you think it could recapture the nostalgia and magic of the other 4? Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and follow. Believable Truths.